Hello, Miriam Slosberg here, and I'm going to talk about why buying Twitter followers comes with a cost. So, let me explain this to you. So, just be aware of this. If you're purchasing Twitter or Instagram followers or Facebook fans or subscribers, you're getting yourself into some serious hot water. Not only will a large fake following with very little engagement be detrimental to your clout score, however, people will easily know if you're buying followers or fans, okay? Now, not only will they know this by the fact that there's little or no real engagement within your network, while you have an obscene number of followers or fans, however, there are tools out there that people can use to easily discover how good your followers are. So, for instance, say if you have 100 followers, or sorry, 100,000 followers, and not a lot of them are engaging with you, that right there is a giveaway that the majority of your followers are fake. And once it's confirmed with tools around that can measure that, your reputation's going to go down the drain. So one tool that people can use to check up the quality of your Twitter users' followers is called Status People. Just Google that. I'm sorry, I don't have the link here. Just Google that. However, I gotta say that this tool, from what I found, is not the best. It's not the most accurate one. There's a much better one out there that's far more accurate in regards to finding the quality of any Twitter user's following. And it's called Social Baker's Fake Follower Check. So you'll want to Google that, and I do apologize for this annoyance here. Let me just get rid of that. Okay. So you'll want to go Google Social Baker's Fake Follower Check. These tools give you the percentage of followers that are good or inactive or fake. If you have a following that's over 70% good, you're actually in pretty good shape. However, you're still going to want to improve that anyway and get your account cleaned up as much as you can. Like you really do. So I'm actually going to be very upfront and honest here. Back around Christmas, last Christmas 2012, I was doing a lot of experimenting on how easily it is to gain clout by doing various activities. Like one time I purchased retweets from Fiverr to see what would happen. And in fact, during a huge defensive post I had written about clout back in January, after seeing people repeatedly criticize it in Twitter chats, I mentioned a thing or two about those experiments I did. So why do I care? Because I just need to once and for all prove that it is not nearly as easy to gain clout as it used to be. So I did a test to see what would happen to the score if I had bought bots. And again, I must say nothing happened. Nothing happened with that experiment either, besides the retweets. So, clout, like I said, it's not that easy to gain clout. In fact, they've gotten very strict with how it measures your activity. And if there's any blatant gaming of any type discovered, you're going to be penalized. So, anyways, as a result of these experiments, for a while I admit I left some baggage. Meaning I had some bots sticking around, even though a lot of them have fallen away. I had forgotten about this for a while until someone had pointed out the fact that I needed to clean my account up. So I immediately jumped on it, and my account is quite clean now for the most part. However, I still have more inactive followers than I would like, meaning that they're not fakes. However, they do not interact a whole lot, so I am slowly getting rid of those. So how am I getting rid of inactive accounts? Well, I'm slowly, bit by bit, blocking them. I block accounts that just sit there, doing nothing. And again, it's not that these accounts are necessarily fake. See, what happens is, when an account is inactive, what a lot of people do is they open up a Twitter account, follow you, and then after a while they forget about it and leave. And then once they're interested again, they forget about the original account that you had, and they go and open up another account. So this is why these accounts appear inactive. So again, you don't want this in your following. As much as you don't want fake bots attached to your account, you don't want that either. So Social Bakers is going to give you the opportunity to block fake accounts, but it doesn't give you the opportunity to block inactive followers. So you kind of have to do that on your own. So instead of buying followers, like fake followers and all that, what you're going to be interested in is attracting good followers. So how do you attract good followers? Well, if you sit there all day following Twitter users in your niche, it's not going to help you. In fact, if you follow more than 50 to 100 people a day, you can get suspended, and you really don't want to do that. There are two very effective ways to attract followers, and it's not just following your friends' accounts that you have found on Facebook or Zeme. If you want followers in your niche to follow you, this is what you need to do. Number one, you got to retweet, favorite, and mention them. They're going to appreciate it more than you know. Twitter chats are also a good way to find followers by interacting with them. However, a more effective approach is to do a hashtag search on a keyword that is relevant to your niche. Now, you're going to find many Twitter users discussing interesting things in relation to what you're looking for. So what you're going to want to do is, when you find them, you're going to want to retweet them, favorite what they say, and even mention them by replying to to them. Just reply to them and just be consistent with it. And the majority of them will follow you in a heartbeat if they show, if you show that you're interested, and they see that you're interested in interacting with them. And that's what you do. You retweet or favorite or mention. Okay. Now, another way to attract really good followers is to tweet their articles. Do a Google or Bing search on anything to do with your niche, and you'll find many blog posts written by others. Make sure that you tweet the ones that you find interesting out, and make sure that the user's Twitter handles are in the tweet, or else they're not going to know that you had retweeted them. You can easily find their handle by doing a search through Twitter on their name. So make sure you add the via Twitter user at, that I should have put that there. So just make sure you put that. You tweet their article, and just make sure that it says via, at their Twitter username in the tweet. Many times, however, if you do tweet their article or blog posts written by someone, their Twitter handle's actually there by default. And again, they'll be very appreciative of that, and most of the time they'll follow you back just as a thank you for tweeting up their content that they had written. So it's a very slow way to increase your following. However, it does add up over time, and it does work. And you got to remember something, that Rome was not built in a day, and you will not end up with 100,000 legitimate followers overnight. I don't have even close to that number, and I've been on Twitter for a long time. So you don't need that. So, but however, more importantly, that my followers are of good quality, and they're getting better every time now that I'm removing the inactive ones very slowly. So make sure that your accounts are clean as they can be, because you're going to save yourself a lot of trouble later on if you do. Okay? So, anyway, that was my video to you about why you should never, ever, ever buy fake followers, or even, same thing goes to Facebook fans or Instagram followers. Don't do that, because people are going to know. If there's no engagement or very little engagement, and you all of a sudden have a lot of bots, they're going to know it's just bots. They're going to know. So you're better off with having a small number of followers or fans that are engaging with you. You'll be far more respected. So be sure, I'm going to keep getting content out to you. I've got a lot of content on social media and social media influence. So you're going to want to go to my website, www.miriamslosberg.com. So be sure to visit just to make sure that you find what you are looking for on social media, because chances are I've got it, because I'm updating my blog often, and I've got a lot of content on social media and social media influence. So I will see you again very soon with the next video. You have a great one. Bye for now.